I'm Chad Dezern, and I'm the studio director at Insomniac in North Carolina.
So let's talk about what your goals were heading into this latest Ratchet & Clank game.
Right. So with Ratchet & Clank Into the Nexus, we had this great opportunity to kind of like tie a bow on the PlayStation 3 era of Ratchet & Clank games. So this one is kind of like an epilogue to the Future series. It's a continuation of the storyline that we started with the Future trilogy, but it kind of puts like one final note for the fans at the end of the series for this generation.
Can you talk about what you've been able to add from a gameplay perspective to this title?
Right, so this title has a lot of new weapons, like the arsenal is actually reimagined from the ground up, as well as the upgrade system. We also added like tons of new enemies, we added tons of new gadgets, and we play with gravity a lot in this title. Gravity is sort of one of the thematic pillars of the game. So in this game, we have zero gravity states that Ratchet can leap through. We have a new gadget called the Grav Tether that lets you float from point to point. And we also have a lot of returning favorites, like Clank upgrades like the Helipack and Jetpack.
Where do you guys come up with the ideas when it comes to new weapons and new gadgets?
Sure. We always start a project with a brainstorming session, and the team gets together and we usually have notebooks full of ideas that we've wanted to do in previous games but have not had the opportunity for one reason or another. So that's where it all starts. It's always, wow, we had an idea for a weapon that scares enemies to death, that changes the look every single time you throw it out, but we were so busy last time we didn't get to do it. Is that going to fit in this game? And a lot of times that's where we get our best stuff. They're ideas that have been simmering for a while that are kind of like our babies that we finally get a chance to put in the game.
Does that one actually fit in the scare enemies one?
Yeah, it does. Actually, we have a weapon called the Nightmare Box, and it's all about throwing like kind of a surprise like evil clown or alien or gorilla head that scares enemies to death. And one of the fun things about it is that you never know what you're going to get. It's always like a rotating model every single time.
How has advances in what you guys been able to do with your technology, as well as pushing the PS3 to its full limits, open things up with this game?
Well, one of the really nice things about the PlayStation 3 toolset that we use is that it's really mature at this point. So we've pushed it in a lot of different ways, and we've continued to be able to get more and more out of it. So in Ratchet & Clank Nexus, we have more post effects, we have more lighting effects, and just a lot more on screen than we've ever been able to fit before. And it's all because we understand how to optimize for the hardware really well at this point.
Can you talk a little bit about how you guys interact with the fans and what role that plays in what you decide to put in a new game like this?
Well, that's one of the great things about the series is that our fan base is incredibly vocal and passionate. So we look at our message boards all the time. We get out to events and meet fans in person all the time. And we really do listen because these are the people who love the games that we're making. So if there's kind of a strong current of what the fans are looking for, we try to support it in the titles that we're making. It's just kind of rare to get that back and forth that actually means something. But because we have so much interaction, we can actually shape the games we're making based on feedback.